Your Monday morning thoughts set the tone for your whole week. See yourself getting stronger and living a fulfilling, happier, and healthier life. So that is what is always advisable to be less stressful. Don't always take all of your problems and just put it on your head and thinking about, who will solve your problems. Even the Bible take mention of it in Psalm 55, verse 22. He said, the scripture says, cast that burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So that is our wise word this morning to you. And this is how we'd like to welcome you all to the program today's paper. And we are glad to be here this morning, bringing you all of the happenings in the local dailies. And this program comes your way every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at about this time. So today's paper is a 30-minute radio program designed to inform listeners about the top stories making headlines in the newspaper with insightful editorial commentary. This show also aims to provide a concise and engaging overview of the news, making it accessible to a broad audience. So welcome, my name is Mafida Kamara. Welcome to the program today's paper. And I will be here for the next 30 minutes. Okay, so let's take this sound down. Welcome. This is how I would like to welcome you all to the program, to this paper. Like I said, this program is a 30-minute radio program designed to inform listeners about the top stories making headlines in the newspaper, along with insightful editorial commentary. So this is it this morning for today's edition of the program. Today's paper, today is September 30, 2024, and today is the last day in September. So we are privileged this morning to be alive. All praises to God Almighty. So for today's edition of the paper, like I said previously, we have two local dailies. We have the Front Page African newspaper, and we also have the Inquirer newspaper for you this morning, and we'll be reading them shortly. But before going out to our papers to read them for you to know what is happening in the local papers, we'll firstly go to our cash giveaway for those of you that are subscribers of the MTN mobile money. So if you have money in your account this money on your mobile money wallet, just start 799 hash and select number 8 for Voice of Liberia, and you just play with 100 Liberian dollars and stand a chance of winning 5,000 Liberian dollars this morning. So that is it. If you have money on your mobile money wallet, you have 500, you have $1,000. All you need to do is just star 799 hash and select number 8 for Voice of Liberia and stand a chance to win 5,000 Liberian dollars. So let's take a very short break to be back and go strictly to our papers for today's edition of the program. Today's paper. Stay tuned. welcome back to the program. My name is Mafida Kamara, and you are listening to the program to this paper yet on Voice of Liberia and other frequencies across the country. So this is how I would like to welcome you all to the program to this paper. So like I said, we have two local dailies for you this morning. We have the front page Africa newspaper and we have the Ankara newspaper. So let's take a quick look at the front page Africa newspaper for you this morning. And this is volume 70, number 187. And this is the Monday edition of the front page Africa newspaper. Like I said, today is the 30th of September 2024. And this paper is sold just for $40. And for more of the front page Africa news stories, you can log on to www.frontpageafricaonline.com. You can go on their website to read more of the front page Africa news story for you this morning. So let's take a look at the story making headlines at the front page of the front page Africa newspaper for you this morning. The next 50 speaker for Nanti-Kofa rallies diaspora Liberians to take lead in strengthening Liberia's economy. That's a great one there for you this morning. And let's take a look at this headline. They will pay Charlotte Musufanolele to rest amidst calls to find killers. And we'll actually look at this during our talking point. We'll just talk about it briefly and then open up the telephone line for you, the callers, to call and tell us what you make of the story. Yeah, we'll actually read a gist of this story for you in our subsequent broadcast. So we are ushering you to be there with us. Let's take a look at this other headline this morning. Crisis in rural education continues to end children's dreams. The learning gap. Most of the students after graduation engage in coal burning, sugarcane farming, or motorbike riding. That's their livelihood after graduation because their parents don't have the means of sending them to Morovia. And that's a sad one, yeah. For you this morning, United Methodist Church Liberia accuses Bishop Samuel Corrid of taking bribe to support same-sex marriage. Bishop remains silent, putting money before faith. And at the home front of the front page African newspaper, we have the secretary of the United Methodist Church photograph. Yet he had his hands in the air, like someone who is actually speaking on a grave issue here this morning. So, like I said, you can grab yourself this paper. This paper is just sold for $40 on the Liberian market. You can get this paper. Or better still, you can log on to www.frontpageafricaonline.com to read the stories they have on their they have in their papers this morning on our website. And the church in Ivory Coast left the United Methodist Church. The church in Nigeria disaffiliated, and in West Africa we are only 4 conferences: Nigeria, the Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, and Liberia to have left. We got only 2 standing. Sierra Leone does not have a bishop now, so we do not know what they are contemplating doing. Our bishop is here and he is not giving us a new way to how to handle this matter, and so it will lead anyone how to decide the way they want to decide. But I know very well my working and understanding of the church, the issue of passing regionalization plan comes to finances. And of course, the General Church has given money to perpetual regionalization and accept homosexuality within the United Methodist Church. And there has been this issue has actually been a trending one in the papers. It has been going on for a while now. And we have the Secretary General of the Liberia Annual Conference. He's making a particular statement, and he's alleging that the bishop, in person of Bishop Samuel Corey, accepted money to pass a same-sex marriage in all of the United Methodist churches in Liberia, and the bishop has not said anything about it of recent. So that is it this morning. In the back page of the front page African newspaper this morning usually talks about sports. And let's read this one for you this morning. Watanga FC. Okay, Pins failed to win Super Cup. That is it. My interest in having sports. So you can have this paper for you this morning. Get this paper this morning and read the gist of this story and all of the stories that are in this paper this morning. This paper is sold for $40. So let's take a look at the editorial of the front page Africa newspaper. And this particular editorial has been appearing about weeks 2 weeks ago now. This particular editorial has been repeated or has been repeating in this particular newspaper. For the listening sake, let's just read a just the first paragraph of this editorial here for you this morning. Waka should rethink his foreign trips, for that frequent overseas trips will amount only to sightseeing and a waste of public funds. Like his predecessor, President Joseph Parker, is making frequent international travels a cornerstone of his administration. So, like I said, the story has been appearing in the papers for some time now. And this particular editorial in this paper has been appearing for a time now, for a while now. So you can get yourself this paper and read the detail of this particular editorial. So that is it for you this morning. So let's take a look at the story here from the United Methodist Church this morning, just to be a gist of this story to you, to be inspired and get this paper to be what the story is actually telling us this morning, so you can be on top of issues and not just what on say they say, in the corridors. So let's just read the gist of this story. The United Methodist Church in Liberia has accused Bishop Samuel Corrid of taking a huge sum of money from the global church during the 2024 General Congress that was held in North Carolina, USA, to perpetuate that's globalization and accept homosexuality within the United Methodist Church in Liberia. So that is it this morning. Like I said, this has been a serious issue in the media, and it is against the Christian faith. So that is it. If you are a member of the United Methodist Church or Liberian or anybody for that matter, if you want to know the detail of the story, what is happening, and what the bishop has said in past time, and what members or leaders of the Liberia annual conference is saying, are saying about this particular story, you can grab yourself this paper. It just sold for $40 and read the stories in depth. Like I said, if you don't have the chance to purchase this paper, you can also get the story on their website at www.frontpageafricaonline.com this morning. So that is it. Let's take a look at our next paper, and then we'll open up the telephone line for you, our caller, to call and tell us what you make of the Charlotte Musu final period. She was laid to rest over the weekend. We'll actually talk about that this morning. And for our cash giveaway, you can dial *799 hatch and select number 8 for Voice of Liberia and stand a chance of winning 5,000 Liberian dollars. And this is just for the MTN subscribers. And you can always play this scheme if you have money in your mobile money wallet. So that is it this morning. Our next stop is the Encourage newspaper for you, and this is volume 33, number 180, and this is a morning edition of the Encourage newspaper this morning. And this paper is actually sold for $40. And we have the stories making headlines this morning. They will pay Councillor Scott sues perpetrators to go. Paris, Charlotte. Like I said, we'll actually look at this story later on in our broadcast. For erroneous reporting, Josh Mape Morgan descends on FPA. Students protest over wise decision in Banga. Well, war on what recently Balut wants historic sites identified. So let's take a look at the back page of the Incorrect newspaper for you this morning. Like I said, this paper is sold for $40 and let's bring you the back page of the Incorrect newspaper for you this morning. Chinese embassy celebrates 75th anniversary. Minister Giddens updates Liberians on rural infrastructure development. So let's read a gist of this particular story because it is interesting. Let's bring you just a gist. Of this story for you this morning, the Ministry of Public Works ruling Giddings has highlighted the significant progress made on the government's Beach World's 100-day road project aimed at improving the nation's road network, particularly in areas along plagued by roads that poor road conditions and isolation during the rainy season. Speaking at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, regular press briefing, the minister disclosed that the 100-day initiative launched by President Joseph Boakai in February focused on rehabilitating 786 kilometers of unpaved roads, primarily targeting regions like the southeast, the northwest, and the central Liberia. And at the back page of the current newspaper, we have the photograph of the Public Works Minister in person of Minister Roland Giddings. We have his photograph here at the back page of the current newspaper for you this morning. PUL turns 60 today, President-elect rallies journalists. And of course, we have bulk of journalists here, photographs. There are photographs here at the back page of the Ankara newspaper, along with the new date elected president of the PUL, also here for you this morning, so you can grab yourself this paper. Let's take a look at the editorial and go to our point of discussion on this program this morning. And the editor of this paper, a fight for inclusion is a human right. Of course, the 2023 elections in Liberia were held as free, fair, transparent, and peaceful. However, beneath the surface of these claims lies an inconvenient truth, as persons with disabilities were said to have systematically excluded from the electoral process. And that's the editorial there for you this morning. So I just read a gist of that story. That editorial, you can actually grab yourself the Inquirer newspaper. And this paper is sold for $40 to read the details of that editorial and all of the other stories that are in this paper this morning. So let's read a gist of this story here for you about the late Charlotte Musu this morning. They will pay Councillor Scott sues perpetrators to call Barry's Charlotte. Okay, they will pay. I say they will pay. Oh, yes, they will pay. Councillor Gloria Musu Scott screamed amidst uncontrollable tears from other relatives and members of the audience. At long last, the remains of Charlotte Musu, a niece of Councillor Scott, was laid to rest after spending 1 year and 7 months in the St. Moses funeral service, and that is it, paying her tribute at the Christ Embassy, that is the City of Light Church in Broadview on Saturday, September 28, 2024. Former Chief Justice Scott asked God to expose and punish the killers of her niece, Charlotte. Justice Scott tearfully bid forward to a brilliant and industrial news and pray that God takes care of the perpetrators, their benefactors, and anyone who deliberately and intentionally conspired and profited from the innocent plot of Charlotte. So at the front page of the Ankara newspaper, we have Councillor Scott photograph here. She having her hand raised up in the sky with the microphone in her left hand. And we also have the casket, that's the casket bearing the remains of the late Charlotte Musu, and that is a sad one there. So we'll actually look at the story. We'll actually look at the story for our point of discussion. So let's take a very short break to come back and open up the telephone line for you, our callers, to tell us about this your take on the Charlotte Musu burial. This story has been in the media for a while now, and she spent uh that's 1 year 7 months at the St. Moses, and she was finally laid to rest over the weekend. And we have her auntie, the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, Councillor Scott. she sues her perpetrators to court. Um, so that is it. We'll call you, and this is a side thing. It could happen to any of us. It's just by the grace of God that we are here today to talk about these things. And this particular story has been, like I said, has been in the media for a while now. We have talked about it, called on the relevant institutions to intervene, and and that has been done. The court. We follow the story. Like I said, this is not just a new one. To the media, we have been talking about this. We have been talking about it. We are just starting about how the situation turned up. That our sister, she was not able to get justice, and she has been laid to rest. So someone might be thinking that this is a Liberian thing. I mean, what will come from out of it since she has already been laid to rest? People just say, oh, let the girl spirit rest in peace. So we don't just want it to be the regular Liberian way of saying, no, there's a norm in the media that people normally say this is a Liberian thing, and people just talk about a 1 week, the highest 1 week, and then people just forget about it. So we should think critically that this person here could be our sister or close related to us. She could even be our child, and such a despicable thing happened to her without her getting justice. And as it stands now, the perpetrators, we don't know what actually went wrong. That's the thing. We don't know what actually went wrong. And I mean, the perpetrator probably a person is just roaming about, querying about their normal activities, and this girl is there to imagine a prospective graduate of the Stars University. Imagine. So that is it. Let's take a very short break to open up the telephone lines so you can call us and tell us what you make of this particular story here for you this morning. So let's take this break to be back. Okay, so we are back this morning. We are back. Welcome back. So the program to this paper, and this program is a 30-minute radio program designed to inform listeners about the top stories making headlines in the newspaper, along with insightful editorial commentary. So my name is Mafila Kamara, and I'm here this morning. You are currently in tune to Voice of Liberia 104.1 in Morovia and other frequencies across the country. And for our cash giveaway, just star Serenana Hatch and select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. I just play with 100 Liberian dollars instead, a chance of winning 5,000 Liberian dollars. So that is it this morning. For those of you that have been following from the onset of this program, you can call us on the numbers. That's number 077090797, because we only have one line activated here this morning. Call us and give us, probably you can sympathize with the bereaved family, that is the former Chief Justice family. You can call us and send in your condolences and just tell us what you make of this story. So call us on 0770-907-907. So a lot happened over the weekend. The late Charlotte Muzu, she has been laid to rest after spending 1 year, 7 months at Simosis. She has actually been laid to rest without the assassin or the people that kill her, not being in custody, and she has been laid to rest. So we are here this morning. Call us and tell us what you make of this story. Like I said, it is a sad one, and we only have 5 more minutes to call your day on this program. Call us and tell us what you make of this story. You can send your condolences to the Musud family, to the family of the late Charlotte Musu this morning. She was laid to rest at the Province City Cemetery behind the Zion Grove Baptist Church. So that is it. And she was 28 years of age. Like I said, a prospective graduate of the Stars University of Technology. And her assassin or her assassins, they have not been found. No one knows their whereabouts, who did the art, and what have you. Only God knows. Someone will say that only Satan know what happened on particular day. So that is it this morning for our cash giveaway. You can dial *799# and select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Just play with 100 Liberian dollars and stand a chance of winning 5,000 Liberian dollars. So call us this morning and let's hear your thoughts on this particular story that we are discussing. Call us on the number 0770 907 this morning. Call us on 077907 Remember, months ago, the government of Liberia honored the region of the Formont and the football star press that's George Manewia. He investigated and charged and even prosecuted and found Justice Clark and 3 of her family members guilty of the murder of Charlotte and sentenced them to life imprisonment. While following the long-awaited appeal hearing, the Supreme Court of Liberia reversed the guilty verdict and ordered Justice Scott and others released due to lack of evidence to link them to the commission of the crime, murder, and other charges. So that is it this morning. We have our telephone line activated. Call us on the number 0770907 or you can play our cash giveaway this morning and stand a chance of winning 5,000 Liberian dollars. You can dial *799# and select number 8 for Voice of Liberia and stand a chance of winning 5,000 Liberian dollars. So imagine just playing with $100 and win 5,000. That is it. And the secret to this game is to play continuously. Play 4-5 times and stand a chance of winning the 5,000 Liberian dollars. So let's say if you play 5 times, 500, and you win 5,000, just calculate how much profit you get on your money. So that is it this morning. We have 2 more minutes to call it a day. If any call, then we'll have to call it a day on this program. To this paper for you this morning. Okay, so this is how I would like to come to an end of this program, today's paper. Like I said, this program comes your way every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 o'clock from 11 to 11:30, and it is for 30-minute radio program designed to inform listeners about the top stories making headlines in the newspaper. And for today's edition of the program, we actually read for you 2 local dailies. We read the front page African newspaper, and we also read the Ankara newspaper for you this morning. So this is all the time we have to be on this program. We urge you to follow this program or this station here, as we'll be back on Wednesday with another fresh edition of the program to this paper. So I've been Mafida Kamara. Do have yourself an energetic working day. Bye bye from my end.